Hi everyone, welcome to Hudson Valley Knits. I am Amy, also known as Memers on Ravelry, and Memers66 on Instagram and Twitter. I am sitting down by the river in Cold Spring, New York, near Breakneck, which is a popular hiking trail. There are some people walking up and down the beach, so I apologize for that. But this is a beautiful spot. You can see across the river. We're kind of, right now I'm a little bit north of West Point, but West Point is pretty much down there and across the river. It's a beautiful part of the Hudson Valley. This week I have lots of announcements for you, not a lot to show knitting wise, but I'm going to get right to it. I have been talking for months now about my Guardian of Air shawl, that the pattern that was being test knit is finally done and is actually already up on Ravelry. So I've worn it here to the beach. I wanted to show it to you. It's so beautiful. I know you're getting a lot of shadows and whatnot. But the color in the sun is beautiful. Let me see if I can, no, let me do it like this and see if I can get the sun on it. It's not, I don't know. The sun is setting behind me, so it's really hard to get good light. But I am really excited to announce that it is now published, and you can buy it on Ravelry. But I also have to tell you all that this pattern is written with Lost City Knits, Twin Canyon Fingering, and I just continue to love this yarn more and more. It is the softest yarn, it is very reasonably priced, and you get a lot of yardage, so I highly recommend it. And I know she's going to be at Stitches East if you want to go there. And since I have a new pattern out, I also wanted to announce a knit along. And this is more, I actually had planned this weeks ago that I wanted to do this, and now I kind of changed how it's going to work. But what this basically will be is a podcaster knit along, but also a Silly Fru knit along. Some of you may know Silly Fru, you might watch her Sassy Pants Knitter podcast. Well, she has, you know what, I'm going to press pause because the light is terrible. Okay, so the knit along is going to be a podcaster knit along, and what I'm proposing is you can knit any podcaster's pattern, and including my Guardian of Air shawl. But the thing is that if you buy my Guardian of Air shawl before the end of the month, half of what I make from it will go to Silly Fru's medical expenses. She's put up a campaign, not because she doesn't have insurance, but because not only did she find out she had cancer, but she also found out that she was losing her job in a month and would no longer have benefits after that month. So she's in a really bad place with that. So she started a fund me campaign, and all the money half of the money I make from the shawl during the month of October will go to that. In my knit along, if you use a pattern of a person that is donating proceeds to Silly Fru, you will get a double entry. So if you finish my shawl here, and it's a donate to Silly Fru pattern, so you would get to post the picture twice. And I also know Emily of Fibertown is also donating the proceeds to her patterns to fund Silly Fru, so that would apply. Also, you would get a double entry if you use a yarn by a podcaster that is donating funds to Silly Fru. And I know of 3, Dana of Unwind, Kirby Werby Yarns, and Highland Handmaids are all donating funds to Silly Fru. So if you use their yarn and this pattern, that's 3 entries. Okay. The other thing I want to mention is if you use a podcaster's pattern and a podcaster's yarn, that's also 2 entries. So it's just all about, you don't have to use a podcaster yarn, but you do have to use a podcaster pattern. I am going to start this immediately, and I don't know if I'm going to knit my own pattern or if I'm going to knit somebody else's pattern. I really haven't decided yet. I've already knitted this shawl twice, and I was thinking about knitting it again in meadow, but how many of these shawls do I need? So I might knit another podcaster's pattern. I don't know yet. But please all join in. I'm going to keep this going till the end of the year because some people don't knit as fast as others. So that is my big news. I have some podcaster designer suggestions, and I will put them in the Ravelry group. And if you know of any that I haven't listed, please let me know and I'll add them. I also wanted to say, one of the rules is it has to be more than 200 yards, the pattern. So nothing less than 200 yards, please. All right, so there will be a prize, which I will announce. It will probably be a skein of yarn from my stash, a nice skein of yarn from my stash. But I will also, if you are overseas, instead of a mailing overseas, I would offer a gift certificate, probably $25 as a prize at the end of this knit along. So join in, it'll be lots of fun. I was actually thinking of buying Molly's shawl pattern. It was so beautiful. And now the name escapes me. But it was beautiful. Pine, whispering pine or pine forest or something like that. But I just thought it was beautifully done. And I think I might buy Molly's pattern and knit that for the knit along. We'll see. And you can combine it with any other knit along, but you have to start it after this podcast is published. That's the only thing. It can't already have been begun. The other thing I wanted to put out there news-wise is that I drew a number for the pattern giveaway for Deborah Tomasello for the Infinitam, and I drew number 2, who is Creative Lee. She liked the Groovy Socks pattern, which I also liked. Her name is Shanda, and she's from Anaheim, California. And Shanda, I will contact Debbie, and I will tell her to gift you the pattern. And congratulations, and thank you everyone for checking out Debbie's pattern store and supporting my friend Debbie. So, without further ado, what have I got going on? I actually, I don't even know if I brought everything today. I kind of did this really last minute, and but I do have some stuff to show you. So I'm going to start with whips. I have my sock here, my portable knitting sock, and it's coming along. I must have forgotten to put in a marker, but I think last time I showed you I was just turning the heel, right? So this is how far I've gotten down the foot. I'm almost ready to start the toes. Almost, but not quite. Love these. I love this yarn. It's really nice and soft. I hope it wears well. And it was an excellent job striping the yarn. And this is Canadiana. I can't say it right the first time. Canadiana by Fishnet. Gorgeous. This was a gift from Trista. I think it's 123. She gifted me this for my birthday. And then the only other thing I've been working on, right? It's the only other thing, pretty much. That's still a whip, that is Mark's sweater. So let me show you Mark's sweater. I finished the back. Now this sweater I'm knitting in pieces. And the do you see that? It's in the edging's in reverse stockinette, which is actually curling a lot. Oh man, see the sun is setting here. And anyway, the whole back is done. I measured him for the front, and I've cast on for the front. I only have a couple more rows of ribbing to do. Let me show you. So this is just how much I've gotten of the front. The front is going to be 6 inches wider than the back because that's where he needs the extra inches. And this will have it nice and centered. So, yeah, I don't think I'm going to be able to finish for Rhinebeck. I really doubt it. I was hoping Mark could wear this to Rhinebeck, but it doesn't look like it. But it is coming along fast enough. And I think for Rhinebeck, I'm going to have to wear last year's Rhinebeck sweater. There's just no way about it. No way around it. But that's all right. I don't want to stress myself out rushing. Let's see if I can get this in here. So anyway, that's my only 2 works in progress. Now, I was dreading coming here for that reason because I just don't have a lot to show you. But I really wanted to get the podcast or the knit along started for Silly Fru. So I do have one finished object though. The baby sweater. Less buttons. Where's that? That is in here. So I've been knitting this sweater for a coworker and I just kind of got obsessed with finishing it. Even though I got plenty of time, the baby's not due till November. Gosh, this is the cutest ever baby sweater. Now this has not been blocked, which I don't think I'll immerse it. I'll probably spritz it. But I love the pockets. Isn't it cute? It's so I knit the newborn size, but I knit it in a DK. I'm gonna wait till the sun goes down. Oh, sun's behind. Oh, there we go. I knit it in a DK. And I picked out these cute little pink buttons for it. I think they might be a little too small, but here's the little buttons. I mean the little pockets. Just enough for a little clip of a binky. I love it. I just love it. Oh, sorry for the light. I picked a bad time to come down here. And here's the back. I don't even know if you could see this. I love this. I can't wait to give it to them. Oops, I thought I knit all the ends. Here's what it looks like on the inside. If you're interested. I highly recommend this pattern for a baby sweater. It was very well written. It's super cute. I knit this in Rowan Cash Soft, which I had in my stash for like 5 years. No, not that long. For a long time though. They don't make it anymore. Oh, gosh, I'm all dark again. But it was perfect because it is washable, and it's got some nylon in it. It's got some cashmere and merino in it, but it feels lovely soft. So that's a baby sweater. Oh, and there's a baby. All right, so that's it. Oh, I do have one stash enhancement to show you, and it's the Kirby Werby. There's a baby staring at me. It's so cute. It's the Kirby Werby yarn called Fru Fighters. And this is one of the yarns being sold to raise money for Silly Fru that I picked up right away. I got the sparkly kind. I didn't mean to actually get the sparkly. I'm not usually a sparkly girl, but that's okay. I was just too busy clicking because I was afraid I would miss the opportunity. But the colors are gorgeous. They go really well together. Cherie did a great job with the colors on this. Oh, look at the suns in it. So I'm really happy with this. If you feel so inclined, pick up a skein. So that's all I have to show you this week. It's been a rough week, couple of weeks with a lot of stress at work, a lot of stress at home. But trying to keep my chin up and be grateful for what I have, and just seeing what everybody else has been going through is help keep things in perspective, and make me realize how lucky I really am. So with that, wow, 15 minutes. That's a really short podcast. I wasn't going to because I didn't have a lot to show, but please sign up for the knit along. There will be a thread set up by the time this gets posted, and join in the fun, and let's all have fun getting ready for Rhinebeck. All right, guys. Ciao for now. I hope you like the backdrop. That's one of my favorite places. Actually, not far from where I got married. So I guess I'll leave you with a little bit of the scenery. Let me see. I'm going to flip this. Let's see here. Hold on.